You either hate him or you love him, but Aaron Rodgers is one of the best to ever do it. With him playing quarterback, the championship window is always wide open. But even when he's playing at the MVP level, the Packers fell short in the playoff once again. It's time to end that drought, and that starts right here, right now, with my mock draft. It's quite obvious that the Packers are in a worse position now than they were a few months ago. And that has everything to do with the departure of the best receiver in the game, Davante Adams. So it's of the utmost importance that that positional group gets some well-deserved attention. A position group that doesn't need a lot of attention are the running backs. The Packers finished second in yards gained on the ground, and every piece of that puzzle is still on the roster. But will the offensive line create running lanes, plus a pocket for the $150 million man next season? They certainly could use some extra help in the trenches. The defense is a stout group of excellent players and finished third in 2021. But with Za'Darius Smith gone, this positional group can use some young and fresh playmakers as well. The Green Bay Packers are still in the Super Bowl window, and I will try to provide the franchise enough pieces through this draft. When the Packers are due to make a pick, many receivers are already off the board, like Drake London, Wilson and Olave. Fortunately, the guy that I foresee going to Green Bay is still available. With the 22nd pick, I select Treylon Burks. The 6'2" Burks was the focal point of the Arkansas offense, where he alone accounted for 37% of the total receiving yards. The tape that he mustered throughout his college games showed that he can seriously move at blazing speed, plus that opposing defensive backs bounced off his big body and strong frame. When Burks doesn't create separation in his route, he can still win at the catch point on a regular basis. I can see the Packers utilize him as an outside receiver. In this modern day NFL, you just can't have enough offensive weapons at your disposal. The running backs are on lock, but I think the receiver core could use another playmaker. So with this pick, I select Jahan Dotson. His 5'11" makes him a relatively small receiver. His arms are quite short and he's slightly underweight, but that doesn't paint a complete picture. Dotson is a sudden and decisive route runner with an amazing catch radius. He can cut on a dime and hauls in everything a quarterback will throw at him. Dotson is a tailor-made slot receiver which will elevate the Packers to the next level. With the two previous picks, I provided Aaron Rodgers new playmakers. Now it's time to address other positions of need. The offensive line, for instance. With the first of two second-round picks, I select Abraham Lucas. In more than 2,000 pass blocking snaps, Lucas allowed just 49 pressures while he played for Washington State. Lucas is a battle-tested 6'6" tackle weighing in at 315 pounds. He's surprisingly light on his feet and can mirror opponents in a surprisingly athletic fashion. Lucas isn't a starting tackle from the get-go, but he will be if the coaching staff of Green Bay will develop his technique and knowledge of playing tackle in the NFL, where he eventually can replace the aging Bakhtiari. With the previous picks all being on the offensive side of the ball, it's time to strengthen up the already high-performing defense. And this unit will only be stronger with the pick of Kingsley Enagbare. Enagbare's pass rush win rate was one of the highest in the country the last 2 years due to his raw power and length in the very competitive SEC. His hand usage is one of the best around, and when he times his swipe move right, no tackle can block him. Although his 40-yard dash wasn't the fastest, his vertical proved that he can be a seriously explosive player in the NFL. Enagbare is a unique prospect with a low floor but with a potential high ceiling if he's willing to develop, and currently there's no indication that he won't. With the next pick of the Packers, I would like to beef up the interior of the defensive line, which played quite well, and I would like to keep it that way. So with this pick, I select a rotational defensive tackle named Neil Farrell Jr. The 6'4" Farrell is a nose tackle with a high motor. He fights his pass rush reps to the whistle with everything he's got. He fires out of his stance with an above average quickness, which is a rare thing for a nose tackle. Once drafted, he can learn from one of the best in Kenny Clark. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. It will help me out tremendously. Hope to see you next time.